I am Kevin Hardiger-Ullman, president of Astronomy Club. Sitting back there in the chair, all by himself in the blue shirt, is our club advisor, Dr. John Beeging. Basically, if you have any club questions or anything really related to the astronomy department, he's the guy to ask. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just first off, for introductions, I'm Kevin. I'm the president. We can go around the room, please. Okay, cool. There are a couple new people that walked in, but please introduce yourself to me so that I can kind of get to know everybody who's in the club. These are all of our wonderful officers, and the only one that can't make it to these meetings is Katie Johnson. She's another historian for our group. So we have all sorts of projects that we work on. Most notably for this semester, we'll be continuing our local astronomical phenomena project. This is actually our third model that we've constructed. This is of the local stars within 12.5 light years of our sun. We're probably going to make like one or two more that are this size, because this one is actually supposed to go to the Mount Lemmon Sky Center for them to use as their display. But we also have other aspects of this project. We've also calculated like the local group of galaxies and their distribution, and it can all work in this little square grid. And there are many other things that you can do in a little model like this. So we use this mostly for educational outreach, kind of helping to explain the distances, the sizes of stars, all sorts of cool things. You might have passed by our large model in the lobby of Steward. We've taken that out to a couple places, including Sabino Canyon and to Biosphere 2, and that one's really cool because you can actually walk around it, and it's huge. So we intend to make blueprints for this model so that other groups can also make this model so that we don't have to build it for them every time. We also have worked on a small binocular telescope. We got some seed funding from ASUA, our student government, and with that we were able to purchase two 10-inch mirrors, and those two mirrors are going to be put on a common mount and used as a binocular telescope. We're still working on the designs for that, and if you would like to work on this project, we are still searching for funding, so if you know of any groups that like astronomy or science or space that have a little bit of money to help us out with this project, that would be wonderful. If you want to work on this project, please contact Blythe or talk to him after the meeting, and we'll get you set up for that. We are also working on an extrasolar planet project. Summer of 2009, we went to the 61-inch telescope on Mount Bigelow, and we took data, and we got all sorts of data, and this semester we're actually going to be working on the extrasolar planet data that we got. Last semester we were creating pretty pictures of galaxies that we took on our off time at the telescope. So this semester it's a great time if you want to learn kind of about data reduction or what you're getting yourself into if you want to be an observational astronomer. This would be a great project to join, and if you want to join that, please talk to Jake over here. We're also working on scrapbooking and educational material. So over the course of the year, we've probably taken thousands of pictures amongst ourselves, and we want like a physical copy that we can give to somebody and show them, hey, we've done all this sorts of cool stuff. And so if you have any pictures from any events that we do this summer or this semester, please give them to Carmen, and we'll get them printed off and put them in our physical scrapbook that we have started. Also, we're going to be making all sorts of educational material so that we can go out to other groups and explain astronomy to them. And we're working kind of on set like projects that we can go out and teach to students, anybody willing to learn about astronomy, and we're creating all sorts of educational materials for that. We also participate in a bunch of events. First off, we do every month, we go to Sabino Canyon, and we take a couple of telescopes and just show them the night sky, and sometimes we show them the sun. It's the first Saturday of every month, and that's actually going on this weekend. So if you want to go to that and be a part of that, please let me know after the meeting, and we'll arrange transportation and everything. And it's a good way for not only you to learn the night sky, but for you to help others get interested in astronomy. Last semester we brought in a couple people to this club, and we've actually gotten some regulars coming out the first Saturday of every month to Sabino Canyon to see us and see our telescopes and just learn the night sky. We also, Amber was telling you about this elementary school in San Manuel and Mammoth area. So there's us, that little point A. If you take Oracle all the way up, drive for about an hour, you'll reach this little mining town. It has spectacular night skies because it's far enough away from the city and it's kind of blocked by the Catalina Mountains. And they have a group of very interested students who want to learn all about astronomy. So over the summer, we actually helped establish an astronomy club over there. So some of you who were here last semester know that we actually did webcam chats with an elementary school that we helped establish in Texas. They are no longer going to be doing that this year. I'm not sure why, but this new elementary school, we're probably going to set up something like that because we can't every week go out there for an hour and just waste a lot of gas, but it's close enough that if we do want to do some interactive stuff, do a star party out there, it's not too bad to do like once every month or every other month. So hopefully we'll have a strong collaboration with them this year. Also, we've been contacted by Biosphere 2. This is actually a picture from an event they held last semester where they invited all sorts of groups from the UA Science organizations and clubs on campus to put up a tent. We actually brought our large display out there, and they thought that the large display was the coolest thing ever. We even got Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords and her husband, astronaut Mark Kelly, to come to our booth, and they looked through our telescopes. So we saw some pretty cool people out there, and this year they want us to come back on Saturdays to do demonstrations in astronomy for about 4 hours, and we, as incentive, we would get to tour the biosphere. And if you've never been, it's a pretty cool place to go through, and it's just like a habitat that was supposed to be self-sustaining. They had a bunch of people in the early 90s live in it, and they did all sorts of experiments, and they no longer have people living in it, but the U of A took it over a couple of years ago, and they're now doing some interesting science experiments over there. So we also have many other activities, including the astronomy question of the week. Last semester we had Dr. Don McCarthy come in and pose a question related to either critical thinking or to help you with develop critical thinking skills, or something kind of related to astronomy. This semester he's actually doing a homework study session at this time, so he won't be able to be here. But we do have a grad student who I do not see in the room, but he will be coming this year and talking to us and posing these astronomy questions of the week. So on your membership form, if you want to learn a little bit more about astronomy or help develop some critical thinking skills, this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. And usually that will be at the end of the meeting, because I know some people have to leave and some people just don't want to do this. So that's perfectly fine. We'll do that at the end of our meetings this year, and hopefully you'll enjoy it because it's pretty fun and it's pretty cool. We also hold personal star parties in addition to our outreach star parties at Sabino Canyon and going out to this elementary school. We hold our own star parties to kind of get to know each other, and we have a very close tie with the SEDS group, the Students for the Exploration and Development of Space. We have a strong tie with them.